Writers, we've been reading so many books in second grade. We've been loving the books. We've been talking a lot about the books. We've been thinking about the characters and what's happening in the books. But today I want to teach you as writers, we can read books like a writer. We can be noticing what the writer of our favorite books do, and we can be thinking, wow, I could do that in my writing. And so let me show you what I mean by that with a book that I think your teachers shared with you or that maybe you listened to me read. So this book is called the is called Night Job. And the first time I read it, I just loved the story about the boy and his dad and the small moment or the zooming in part of them in the school at night. And it really taught me a lot about their relationship as a father and as a son. And now as a writer, the second time I go back and I read the book, I'm thinking like a writer. And I'm noticing things that the writer is doing and some craft moves that maybe I want to try in my writing. And so let me show you what I mean by that in this part of the book that I love. This is probably my favorite page. And let me reread it to you. It says, we pull into our space. Dad hauls out a ring of keys as big as the rising moon. He opens the door and the building sighs. Come, it whispers to us. And so when I read this part, Dad hauls out a ring of keys as big as the rising moon. I loved how the author is comparing the keys to the rising moon. It really helps me picture that. And I thought, is there a place in my bike story that I could compare one thing to something else? And so I went back into my story and I reread my first page. And let me reread it for you. It was a beautiful summer day. I was riding my bike, admiring the trees and nature paths. And I thought to myself, to help my reader really picture those trees, maybe I can compare the trees to skyscrapers because they were so big and tall that I thought comparing them to skyscrapers would help my reader really picture how big they were. What do you guys think? Do you think that's a good idea? Awesome. So I'm going to add that in right here. I was riding my bike, admiring the trees that were as big as skyscrapers and nature path, right? So just see how I did that? I noticed something that this writer was doing, a craft move that I really loved. And I thought to myself, I'm a writer too. I'm going to try that in my story. So, writers, today, as you're reading, I want you to be reading like a writer and seeing if you can pick up on anything that the writer's doing that you want to try in your story. If you already have an idea, go ahead and add it in. I can't wait to see what you come up with. Have a great day.